Hey, you're a fan. Have you noticed your club has recently lost all their African and Asian players from their squad? Don't worry, your racist grandfather hasn't finally gone his ways. It's just time for AFCON and Asian Cup football. So your first question is probably, why isn't an international tournament being played during January? Well, AFCON is always in January, barring any infrastructure difficulties, due to it being too hot to play in the summer. And that is no different this year, as the tournament is set to be played in the Ivory Coast. At the time of writing, it's currently 24 degrees Celsius in the country's capital, Yamoussoukro. Not cold by any means, but better than the warm summer months you'd see in June, July and August. Then you have the Asian Cup. Originally this was supposed to be played 6 months ago in China, however the impacts of COVID-19 ended up seeing the Chinese pull out of hosting, so then it was moved to Qatar. Why? Money. And like FIFA with the 2022 World Cup, the Asian Federation moved the Asian Cup to January 2024 due to how hot Qatar can get over the summer. But despite this Asian Cup originally being scheduled for mid-year, the last 3 Asian Cups have actually been played in January. So it can vary, which makes sense when you consider Asia is very big and has numerous different climates. Anyway, the Asian Cup and AFCON have clashed before, the most recent time being in 2015, but that was only for parts of the tournament. This year though, both tournaments basically run to each other at the exact same time, which means you need to have 2 international tournaments that you can follow for the next month. So let me give you a rundown of how these tournaments work and what you can expect. Both tournaments follow the same format. There are 24 teams in the tournament and there are 6 groups of 4 teams. Like the Euros, to get out of the group in either tournament, you can either finish in the top 2 of your group, or you can be one of the best 4 performing third place teams. The only difference is AFCON has a third place game and the Asian Cup does not. So now that we know that, who could win this year's AFCON and Asian Cup? According to Opta, the favourites to win AFCON is Senegal, and that makes sense. After all, they did win the entire thing the last time out. But you've got to argue that the Lions of Teranga are taking a weaker side to this AFCON than they did in 2022. Their performance at the 2022 World Cup wasn't anything overly special, and some of their top end talent like Sadio Mane, Khalidou Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy aren't as good as they were 2 years ago. Then there's the Ivory Coast. The legendary Ivory Coast teams with Didier Drogba and Yaya Touré are long gone. With the home crowd on their side, the Elephants might just be able to shock a few people at AFCON this year. Morocco were third favourites, but I think a lot of people might have them as their winners. I mean, we all saw them at the 2022 World Cup, right? This Morocco team is no joke, and maybe they will take home their first AFCON trophy since 1976. Algeria and Egypt are also both a chance, and perhaps it is a last dance for Riyad Mahrez and Mo Salah, as they've now both ticked onto the wrong side of 30. Then to wrap out the teams with the best chance of winning, you've got sides like Nigeria, Cameroon, Tunisia and Ghana. It's definitely going to be a great tournament and I'd recommend tuning in. Now, how about the Asian Cup? The overwhelming favourites are Japan. And why wouldn't they be? They would go to the World Cup and just look at some of the names. Matoma, Endo, Tomiyasu, Doan, Minamino. Great squad. Also, if you do watch Japan, get some stocks on young goalie Zion Suzuki. He's the real deal. After Japan, the favourites win is South Korea. Obviously their star player is Son Heung-min. Son is yet to win the Asian Cup with the Reds, with him getting close in 2015 and South Korea lost the final. But this may be Son's best chance, especially when you consider supporting cast which includes Lee Kang-in, Kim Min-jae and Hwang Hee-chan. Also, Son will be 35 for the next Asian Cup, so it almost does feel like his last chance. Iran is another team with a good shot of winning. Iran won 3 Asian Cups in a row in 1968, 1972 and 1976, but haven't won one since. They've had a great past decade at both the Asian Cup and the World Cup, but as this golden generation closes, the Persian stars need to capitalise on this Asian Cup if they want to write their name in history. Then there's my country, Australia. And you might ask yourself, why are Australia in the Asian Cup? And that's because we're just too good for the UFC. I don't know what to tell you. But seriously, after a good 2022 World Cup, you cannot count out this Aussie team for making another big run and winning their second Asian Cup. Saudi Arabia also will shout. We all know that the attention around Saudi Arabian football recently has been for anything but their national team, but they could make a serious run at this tournament. And finally, the host Qatar. Yeah, I know, they were a laughingstock at the World Cup, but they are the host and also the reigning champions. With less attention on them this time around than the World Cup, Qatar might just go ahead and win a second straight Asian Cup. But that is going to wrap up today's video, guys, and I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry this was kind of rushed, I only made it in one day. So truly, what the fuck is Joe Coy's excuse? But anyway, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and tell me what tournament you'll watch more, AFCON or the Asian Cup. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.